Hello and welcome back to my channel, Upside Down Gaming. Today I thought I would try something new with a Borderlands 3 challenge series. Every episode will have a new challenge. Today I will start with no challenges as to get into it, but next episode will have a challenge. I hopped off the bus and met with Claptrap, who gave me my Echo device. I then watched as he was taken by the COV. Naturally, I decided I had to get my boy back and jumped in there as soon as possible. As soon as I jumped in, I immediately died. Eventually, I did start to get the hang of it, and only had to go into fight for my life one more time because I was shot, and because of a combination of my terrible aim. I am truly sorry for anyone who's watching this.
Damn, let's be a little more intimate.
A good hunt.
I then started to look around for my shield, which took a lot longer than I thought it would, but eventually I did manage to find it, so yay! Like seriously, I was right on top of it at the beginning. I then went on to fight Shiv. Now this isn't exactly a very hard boss fight, as it is only the first one, and he does have a sword, so as long as you don't get too close to him you should be okay. Sadly though, he did manage to get a bit close to me as I was caught between a wall and him, though eventually I did manage to wear down his health and he did fall. I then decided to choose a pet. I went with this dog one because I thought it would be a good choice. I also went with the rack attack ability as it has a lot of fire damage and is good against flying enemies for distracting them so I can get in the shots, you know. I then freed Claptrap and revived him like any good teammate would do. And then I met Lilith and did immediately what any sane person should do as soon as they see her. Annihilate her on the spot. It's the best thing to do. I then fought some enemies with my good boy, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Then I saw him. This was terrible. I saw him, the last Justin Bieber fan left on this earth. I knew I had to find him. Lilith sent me to a man who she knew would tell me the coordinates to where the last Justin Bieber fan could be found. So naturally, I freed him from his cage, and he told me exactly where I needed to go. I then took him back to ultimately his babysitter Lilith, and then I went and met with the best person in this game, Ellie. I took a vehicle for her as she needed one for a catch-a-ride system to be fully up and running again. This wasn't too hard, and I did manage to get a vehicle eventually. I then took it back to the catch-a-ride and had it scanned for her. I then decided I wanted to make up a vehicle of my own, and did that right away. I then went on a bit of a joyride, you know. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I made my way to the COV base where I was told I could find the last Justin Bieber fan. This was very important. On the outside, I could not find the Justin Bieber fan, though I did find a bunch of Low Gangsters, which I hastily took care of. Can't have these guys multiplying. These guys weren't too hard as they were without their mum to protect them from my blade and my gun. Making my way inside wasn't too much of a problem, though there were a lot more of them. It still wasn't too hard to take them out, and I am basically an exterminator for these people. Though they did have a turret, which did become a bit hard at some points, basically going as far as killing me, which wasn't very good, you know. After that, I did manage to get through it all. It wasn't too hard. I finished clearing them out, and that's when I saw him. Roll the battle music. Eventually he did fall like all other bullet sponges. I then decided to do a mission for my boy Captain Underpants, which involved going back and doing the exact same thing over again, except with a blue hinge, and this time I had to collect these memory chips of the person I was trying to save. This wouldn't be too hard as I had basically already completed it, though I was expecting another Justin Bieber fan, but there was not. There were some enemies outside, though I couldn't find too many of them, though the ones I did find were disposed of quickly. After that, I did decide to go inside, which was a bit more of a challenge, because there were more people. Please excuse my terrible aim again. But to some extent, it was satisfying just having to spray left and right, though still my aim still gives me conniptions every time I see this recording. It did send me into Fight for Your Life once, but other than that, I was pretty good.
Credit to the pack.
There! I said it!
Eventually I did find her, and I took her back through to the real world, and I saw this, which was terrifying. She was basically just holding her head while she still had a head. After that, I decided to go do another challenge for my boy, Captain Underpants, which wasn't that hard either.
That picture being taken. Man, we've come a long way since bandit selfies. You know, back when I started my first bandit clan, you want an image of yourself, you gotta bloody up your face real good, then smash it on a rock. Okay, we got some great images of my righteous bandit bod. Now, the CLV have a 3D printer nearby that's producing those statues. Scan the wanted posters into the printer so we can print statues of me instead.
Eventually I got all the posters needed to make the 3D printing happen. I got the statues and went around replacing them with my boy Captain Underpants, you know? It's pretty good. Did that a couple times and I got my reward for doing it. I then decided to go back and talk to Captain Underpants face to face as it was part of the challenge. Once I got into him, I completed the mission, and then went and did one for Claptrap, as well as Marcus, who needed his vending machine fixed, which I was happy to do. It basically involved me killing this thing, which wasn't too hard. It was resistant to my assault rifle though, so I had to use this shotgun here, which I do like by the way. After that I collected its spine and put it in this electric box thing, which made his vending machine run, which is pretty good because it means I can now purchase guns. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed my first video on this channel, and I must ask you please to like and subscribe. I mean, you made it this far into the video, so he's basically telling you to. See? Look at that. You made it this far into the video, you might as well, you know, like, there's not much harm, it's free, and you can always unsub later, you know. Anyway, I'd like to see you next time. Bye.